welcome to Covert with Narcissist 101. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Don't forget to like and share as well. Guys, today's topic is what the covert narcissist looks like. How it shows up, 5 ways you can see what the covert narcissist looks like. When these people do the wrong they do and they keep going, and some of us, well, most of us anyway, we pray that they get what they deserve eventually. And this is aside from what, God gives them or the universe, gives them back what they put out there, because whatever you put out there, you will get. I believe that. Then sometimes some of us, we ask God, for something, and because it hasn't, that request hasn't been answered the way we want it to, we assume that it hasn't been answered, you know. We ask for, we have a request, we ask, okay, pray for this to happen, or pray this, for you to get this and that, or do this and that. But because it hasn't been answered the way we want it to, we assume that it hasn't been answered. So, but anyway, here are the 5 ways that this will show up. One of them, obviously, is unplanned extra liability. They probably will leave you, if they discarded you or you left, whatever, and they end up with somebody that might, maybe you have only one child over here or 2 children over here, and you have your income. They go over there to somebody that doesn't have any income, and then we have 5 kids. So, but at the time they were doing this, like I told you guys in one of the videos, that because you're over here fulfilling a bunch of the supplies, and they're getting 10 or 5 or whatever percent from that side, life look balanced for them. But when you're out of the picture, it's obvious how much they have with whoever they have with. So there's the unplanned liability of extra people to take care of, probably the less money and together combined. That is something that that shows up. They leave you, or you leave them, and they end up with somebody with more baggage, more stuff. The extra liability that they don't plan for. Another one is, of course, they end up with even more toxic person. And this happens, I've seen this. They end up with more toxic person. It's kind of like you think you're crazy, well, check this out, kind of situation. They end up with another covert narcissist who got into a relationship with them, the same way they got into a relationship with you. So they end up with the person that actually literally tie them down, cut them off from people, and, really show them how crazy they can, people of their kind really can get. Another one, of course, is because they're so focused to trying to get at you. And like I said, if you're happy, you've moved on, you did better, you found your soulmate, you are not obsessed with somebody else that didn't give you whatever it is you felt you needed, that you felt that didn't measure up. So the fact that they're still obsessed with trying to come at you, get at you, do this and that, after they've supposedly found what is good for them, their soulmate, that is common, because you're still stuck. It means you're still stuck. Even though you claim or show everybody, try to pretend that you're happy, you are still stuck. If you're still obsessed with something that wasn't good enough for you in the past, even though you found the best thing that you spent your whole life trying to find, yes, you're still stuck. Another one, guys, is they run into debt trying to show off to you, especially the ones that don't have the money like that. Because the ones that don't pay child support, or the ones that owe you something, you realize they spend so much time trying to show you things that they have. It's almost like to rub it in your face. Well, I can do this and that. Still not giving you that money I owe you. I'm still not going to pay the child support you say I owe you. Because they're trying to punish you. Of course, the kids don't matter. The kids are just collateral damage. It doesn't matter. I'm going to show you that I'm going to win this, so I'm not going to pay you. But in the meantime, you got to sit over there and watch me buy this new car, buy this new house. We're going to change the card in 2 weeks. So they're busy trying to show off for you, which probably end up, some of them end up in debt, because most of the time they don't have it that much. But because they're so obsessed with trying to show off to you, like I said, especially if they owe you something or owe child support, this is what they'll be doing. Because I'm not going to pay you, but see what I can do with money. I have money for this, but I don't have money for what I'm supposed to give you, because if I give you the money, then you've won, and you cannot win. I don't care about who are these kids. I don't care about the kids. Last one, of course, is a loss of friends, because eventually at the end they've stepped on so many toes, so many people, and they've exposed themselves. At the more they rack up these new supplies and do them wrong or whatever, some people will start distancing themselves away from them. So you see, that's why most of them, they end up alone eventually with nobody, because they've stepped on every toe they can find, you know. And the more, like they said, because the people that were around, or some of the friends that were around, I'm sure they've, when they did what they did, that they discarded you or you left, eventually when you start talking, because you weren't talking while you were there, but you start talking, you realize some of them were like, uh-huh. And then they see the actions don't line up with words, what you're saying, and they're seeing it in action. Some of them will, like, take a step back from these people, and eventually they'll disappear, cut that person off, because they're like, oh, you're not really who you say you are. And this keep happening over and over with certain people. That's why when they come out of a relationship, this, if you pay attention, they end up going to go get a whole group, a new set of friends, because now they have been exposed to the ones you share with them. So they'll go grab a whole new set of friends. That's what ends up happening, you know. But because it was the end of their life, some of them end up alone because they have stepped on every toe they could find. So lots of friends, people around them, even family members, that finally get it and leave them alone, is one of their comments, for the covert narcissist. All right, guys, get a hold of your mind and everything will fall into place. Please like and share. Take care.